I got a few comments on my last video to make a video as a villain, so here it is. Hate me all you want, but my quirk was all for one. I spawned near a village and tried to use my quirk on a cow, but it didn't work. Since I just spawned in, I'm still a civilian, and right now, no hero will attack me. I found Inasa near a village and stole his quirk. I borrowed everything that this village had to offer, and his quirk was acid. Pretty useless, but then I found some cash and found Todoroki. After that, I found the latest hero added into the game, Dabi, and he was pretty calm about it, but the sludge villain was not having it. And every time you die, all the quirks disappear too. This time I started playing the proper way and got some wood and made a pickaxe, collected some stone, threw away the pickaxe and started mining iron. That night I found another student with my favorite quirk, Black Hole. This quirk is really useful. When you use it, you can basically pick up live creatures and possibly transport them. I was playing around with the quirk and suddenly died. I got the electric quirk and it was really good, but ironically, I died by lightning. I was able to collect all these quirks and started collecting wood for a base. Man was moving mad and found this beautiful mountain to build a base. You might be wondering how I'm able to fly. It's because of the ice quirk. It creates this ice stairs midair. I started building my base and it turned out to be really good. I built it high in the mountain so no mobs or villains could reach it. But I could fly to my base using ice stairs. I decided it was time to go mining. It took me quite a while, but in the end I was able to find some diamonds. I found Dabi, and believe it or not, this was one of the strongest quirks after all for one. I went hunting for sugarcane and leather hunting to make an enchanting table. I came home and realized that I did not have an obsidian. So I jumped into the mine and started mining it. I came back and started building another portal inside my base. I still needed XP to enchant stuff, so I went mining for quartz. I came back home and I could only make a diamond chestplate and pants, and I enchanted it. I went hunting for squids, and while doing that, I was ganged up by 3 of the students and was able to take them down without a lot of effort. I came back home and started making All For One's costume, and it turns out you can make All For One's helmet in survival. Again, I went into the nether, but this time I found a fortress and collected some blaze rods for later. After I had enough XP, I came back home and enchanted my villain costume. I was able to find Muscular, and as any sane person would do, I tagged him. He launched me up in the air. I tried using my boomerang on him, but he escaped with ease. And then I started using my Dabi quirk and it did quite a bit of damage. But whenever I used it in close combat, it would burn me as well. And that's why I had water. And I was pretty glad I did, because when I tried attacking him, he launched me very high up in the air, and if not for the water bucket, I would have surely died. I made a wall using my cement quirk and attacked him with Bakugos. But again, it was useless. And after a while, I tried my luck and went in to use my sword, and he just vanished. I don't know what happened, but he just went poof. Later that night, I found him again and attacked him. I was still taking fall damage, so I started fighting him in water. After a while though, we were back on land and I used my tornado skill, and as soon as he fell down, I roasted him alive with Dabi's quirk. I really love Dabi's quirk, and especially this one. The range on this is incredible and it doesn't use up a lot of stamina. This All For One boss bar would randomly show up, but no matter how much I searched for him, I couldn't find him. But the one I was able to find was the sludge villain. I attacked him with ice spikes and started using Dabi's quirk, and when I did, he burned alive on the fire from my quirk. I found this guy, and from my previous experience, I knew that he was really strong. So naturally, I attacked him. Used Bakugo's quirk to keep my distance, and in the end I stole his quirk and finished him off with my sword. I found Todoroki. I tried using his quirk against him, but that did not seem to work. So I shifted to Dabi's quirk and was able to deal some decent damage, and I finally finished him off with my katana. I was walking home and then I found this guy, and I did not pass up on the opportunity to fight him. I jumped in and he was really strong, but I used Dabi's quirk like 4 times and was able to defeat him. Started my day by killing a scavenger, and ended it by killing a 1000-eye guy and the Chomper. I also found the character that I hate the most in my hero, Bakugo, and I enjoyed killing him. He would just mindlessly attack me with his explosions, and I tried using my sword on him, but in the end, he died by his own explosion. The irony. And he also drops his head. I found Cementas today, and for some reason, my quirk was hurting him a lot. But at one point, he trapped me in his cement prison, and when I used my quirk, I started burning myself. But I was able to get out and defeat him. I tried to collect as many ender pearls as I could. I tried fighting Dabi, and it turns out he too was not immune to his own quirk and was able to kill him pretty easily. Next I had to fight Endeavor, and I used my brain for this one and started battling him in water. But his attacks were still pretty strong. I backed up for a bit, ate a golden apple, and started using my long range attacks. In the end, I stole his quirk, but then I think there was a glitch or something because I dealt 6 hard damage with just 1 hit. But hey, I'm not complaining. Now that I had finished fighting all the heroes in this mod, it was time to fight a Nomu. At first, it seemed like my quirk did not do any damage and I was kinda bummed. But slowly, it started working and it worked really well. I was able to defeat the Nomu with just half a heart left. That Nomu battle was really easy. So I summoned in 4 eyeless Nomu, and that's when I realized that it was a bad idea. These guys brought me down to 4 hearts in a matter of seconds. But still, I had my golden apples and my quirk, so I used both of them and was able to defeat all of them. I've been looking for the stronghold and it was quite far. I eventually found it and it had some pretty good books in it. I filled a portal and jumped in. This was the easiest dragon fight ever. I could fly around and destroy all the crystals, avoiding the dragon's breath and the enderman. The dragon was brought down with my sword. I got all the XP and came back home. Made a new set of costume and enchanted it. It was time to summon the wither, and I started using my quirk. It worked great on him. He got stuck in my mine transport, so I used this opportunity and finished him off. And I had my nether star. Finally, it was the day to fight All For One. When summoned, he used his wind ability to make some distance, but unbeknownst to him, I too had a long-ranged quirk. And with the help of my quirk and a lot of running around, I brought him down. This is probably easier than using All For One at 100%, as I could control all my movement rather than having jump boost 12 and speed 10. Well, that is it for this video. Try them out yourself and tell me which your favorite quirk is. And thank you all so much for the recent support on my channel. It really means a lot to me. If you have not already, then subscribe and let's try to get this video to 10 likes. Click here if you want to see me survive 100 days as a hero.